How they feed you, man? Come on. Come, you know what the food is. Oh my god, it's Sniff. What's up, Sniff? How you doing, man? Long time no see. Alright, Sniff. What do you want to watch, man? Hold on. There was a video that I wanted to watch. Look like Doomsday live event. Okay, how about we watch that? Some Fortnite leaks, huh?
Today we honor the 3rd year of our quest against the legions of Siroth.
Woohoo! Oh yeah, party!
This war is far from over, and we shall need your sword.
Oh, and mine, I've got a sword. Shut up. It's
What's up, my friends? Welcome back to the Happy Power channel. Today we have for you guys a bunch of stuff revolving around an upcoming live event coming in Chapter 3 Season 2. And it actually might be sooner than we originally anticipated. By the way, we also host giveaways every single weekend. So for a chance to win this week, simply comment down below the word giveaway, and that is completely it. Hopping directly into it, we have for you guys the smaller section. So today marks 2 years since the Travis Scott concert event in Fortnite. It was attended by 12 million concurrent players and 27 million total throughout all the replays. The best concert of the game we've ever had so far. And honestly, I hate to agree because Travis Scott is not in the best position right now as far as the relationship with the Fortnite game, but overall, I think his music is actually pretty good, and I really enjoyed the concert.
I figured out your real name. Yeah? What's my real name? Go ahead, type in the chat. I want to see if you're right or wrong. You're probably wrong, but we'll see. Just type in chat.
Concert. So how do you guys feel about it down below? I cannot believe it's already been 2 years. The World Cup cosmetics were last seen in the item shop over 1,000 days ago today. Do you own any of these exclusive cosmetics? And I do believe I own the one to the left. I honestly cannot remember the one to the right being out in item.
You did not just say Barack Obama. I don't know how you figure it out, man. That's crazy. I think I meant to block you now. You can't be trying to find out my names like that.
Shop, but I guess I just simply missed that one. But overall, it's a pretty good set, but very basic. Lastly speaking, from Top 5 Gaming, they have now posted Fortnite X Tesla. So imagine if Tesla came to the game. I think that what we really need, though, is an Elon Musk X Fortnite collaboration. And yeah, so
Tesla
cool stuff right there.
Fortnite?
I absolutely love the stuff that Top 5 Gaming always is doing. We have for you guys, there is currently a glitch where some parts
Show me the mullet again, baby. I'm at the mullet. Yeah, boy. What's up, Guy? Ça va, man? Yeah, boy. Winner BM. Pour Key 2022, man. Yeah, this is up.
Yep. Sorry, guys.
parts of the
I
map
was
would
just
appear
watching,
flooded on Android devices.
a
And
Snapchat
here's a
video
screenshot of that.
from Anthem.
And also, more people are currently reporting also seeing this on Xbox Live. So could this be more than a glitch? And that is actually pretty strange. Honestly, no idea. It very well could be an upcoming leak accidentally because, well, we've seen this in the past before, but honestly, no idea at this point. To kind of add to this stuff as far as what it could be though, here's Agent Jones' upcoming Resistance Week 6 part.
You don't really believe the Tesla one? Well, it's just a concept. It's not like a official collab. It just somebody just made it like a concept of it. But it would be cool though. Tesla in Fortnite. That'd be funny.
Our 20 Quest audio. And of course, here's the audio.
This will not come as a surprise, but IO management loves Doomsday Machines. Loves them. There's even a Doomsday division at HQ. Oh man, their softball team is awful, but they will one day destroy us all, so kind of a wash. We have very credible intel that one of the IO's Doomsday devices is now in production. We need to find out everything we can while we still can. Hit the field. I'll prep the cameras. Yeah, well, this is the place. Once you're done, get moving. This is not the time to get caught. Yeah, I already don't like what I'm seeing. Stay the course and be smart. Nicely done. Now get out of there. I have a very bad feeling that we are not ready for what we're gonna find out.
So he is talking about a possible upcoming Doomsday Device V2. We should see the IO's Doomsday Device soon, possibly a live event. It should be around Loot Lake, which is also where the IO has control at the end of the season. Midas's device.
We wouldn't have to refill gas. That's true. But if it really happens, I think Epic would actually like add a like charging station for them.
Was against the IO to break the loop, so this one likely wouldn't be stopping the storm and flooding. Alright, so what is your theories as far as the new Doomsday Device V2? If it's not going to be stopping the storm or the water, what is it going to actually be stopping? Possibly controlling the crazy weather such as like volcanoes, tornadoes, and stuff like that. Honestly, leave your theories down below as I'm really curious. In other news, we have for you guys the upcoming Anime Legends bundle. So according to leakers, this is a 99% confirmed that this will likely be the upcoming Anime Legends bundle whenever it does officially drop in the game. Now honestly, I think my favorite one so far is the one to the left and the one to the right. The middle one is okay, but honestly pretty mid. Continuing on with our video, Epic Games is sending out business inquiries to influencers to advertise something related to the Fortnite mobile. It would be a really random time to just make ads for Android versions, and there are no big leaks about Android updates, so maybe this is related to Fortnite for iPhone. And yeah, that's actually a pretty big possibility, and I actually wonder if there might be some new phone coming out that might have some exclusive skin. That's kind of where I'm currently standing with my theory. In case you guys missed it, the brand new Fortnite X Zero War trailer just now got released, and alongside that, there's actually some secrets hidden inside there. So Dr. Slone is holding the Zapatron. We might see it in Chapter 3, Season 3. So yeah, the Zapatron was seen for the first time in a very, very long time in this actual trailer. So it really makes us wonder if it might be a teaser for what's coming soon. Here's also all the cosmetics of the Fortnite/Marvel comic books. Spider-Man based outfit, Iron Man based wrap, Wolverine based pickaxe, Fortnite X Marvel Zero War spray, comic exclusive, Fortnite X Marvel Zero War loading screen, comic exclusive, outfit for redeeming all codes. The new Spider-Man based outfit will be included as a code in the first Fortnite/Marvel comic book. So the first actual comic book we actually get and redeem, that code will be for the upcoming Spider-Man 2077, I believe. So
Chapter 2 Season 2 was the best season. yeah, I really enjoyed Chapter 2 Season 2. It was really fun. I missed it.
That should be pretty interesting, and I actually wonder if Miles Morales will also be coming out at some point relatively soon. Lightsaber effects have been updated once again, but the mythics are not currently inside the files at the moment. But the next downtime update is timed exactly for one day before May 4th, aka May the 4th be with you. They might return that day alongside the cosmetics and NPC I posted about earlier. So I've been mentioning this for quite some time now, but I think it's actually relatively confirmed that we're going to be seeing lightsabers back over on May 4th, and alongside that, a bunch of Star Wars related cosmetics should be out inside the item shop around May 3rd and May 4th and the following days. So this is a possible first look at what that could look like if lightsabers came to the game very, very soon.
Google Fi, a phone plan by Google. Get unlimited.
Yeah, I'm excited for the lightsaber to come back. I really like the lightsabers. They're awesome. So hopefully they come back. I'm gonna skip the ad. I'm not trying to watch any ad.
Is 7's version of the helicopters, codenamed Hoagie, in the game at some point later this season. So yeah, helicopters are still returning, and they will be 7's versions.
Oh, okay.
Lastly, we have for you guys
Helicopters are coming back. I'm excited for that. Oh, it's gonna be so weird to fly the helicopter because of the Anvil rocket launcher. They could easily track the choppers. So hopefully they give you like reader play or something.
A great concept from HDX Hexa for Fortnite X Miles Morales. Now I posted this over on my Fortnite shorts, which a lot of people kept saying clickbait.
Ooh, yeah.
Obviously it's completely clickbait. There's a massive watermark on there, and although I did not put it inside the title or
awesome.
thumbnail,
I like Miles.
honestly shorts are kind of based around short form content. There really is no point in saying it's a concept, because that will completely kill the video for one, and for two, it's a Fortnite short. It's completely separate from my actual main channel, and honestly it's just simply for entertainment only. So if you guys see my shorts from now on while watching them, just know it's 99% just for entertainment purposes. My regular subscribers should realistically not get notifications for those shorts as well. So it's completely separate from my videos and like a whole different audience. So just want to let you guys know that. But yeah, thanks for watching. We hope to see you guys next time. And as always, stay happy, my friends.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Power. What should we watch? Mario Potter, Lightyear official trailer. Alright. Let's watch this. Mute the ad.
Buzz Lightyear mission log, stardate 3901. After a full year of being marooned, our first hyperspeed test flight is a go.
Who are you talking to?
No one.
You were narrating again.
I was not. Just doing the mission log.
You do know no one ever listens to those.
I know that. Narrating helps me focus.
Ready, Captain Lightyear?
Ready as I'll ever be, Commander Hawthorne. This is exciting. A new adventure.
I'm gonna grant you 4 minutes to be off planet, but then you come right back to us. To infinity
and beyond.
You are clear for hyperlaunch.
Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. Buzz, that was utterly terrifying, and I regret having joined you. Buzz Lightyear to Star Command. Come in, Star Command. Why don't they answer? Hey! Shh!
The robots.
The what? What is happening right now? Alicia?
Oh no, that's my grandmother.
But, Socks, how long were we gone? Meow, 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 meow. 62 years, 7 months, and 5 days. What?
I hope you're ready for action, because all we needed was a pilot
For what?
to destroy the alien ship. I have a plan and I have a team. Darby can take any 3 things and make them explode.
I do this, and they shave a little time off my sentence.
Okay. And what about you?
Well, I thought this was going to be like a fun boot camp workout thing. But it is not. Did I get it?
Pretty close.
I need the... You know what, saying the harpoons?
Buzz Lightyear! The probability of survival with an inexperienced crew is 38.2%.
Seems a bit low.
Mission failure imminent. In 3. Grandma always said she believed in you. 2. 1.
There was a big swirly too. Oh, I think I need a bag.
No.
Please record your last words.
Do not vomit inside the vehicle. Do not vomit inside the vehicle.
If you are satisfied with this recording, speak or select 1.
To infinity.
Are you trying to get me to pull your finger?
Don't fall for it.
No, not like that. Sorry, it's a thing your grandma and I used to do.
Yeah.
He said, yeah.
Hey there. No need to adjust your TV.
What's the Mercedes concept car? Oh, okay. Did you see that somewhere? But yeah, when they announced that they're gonna make a Buzz Lightyear movie, I was not that excited. But after seeing that, I'm actually gonna go see it. You said Mercedes concept car. Did you see it anywhere here? I don't remember seeing it. Let me see. Mercedes concept car. Why don't I just, let me see. Yeah, I'm just gonna type it in. This one?
Cars on the entire planet. There's only one of these in the world. We're taking it to the desert. I'm going to show you around, and we're even going to get to drive it. So today's video is an absolute banger. Make sure you watch until the end. This is the Mercedes Vision AVTR. I'm not gonna lie, I'm super excited. I mean, this is the kind of car that when you get the call, your eyebrows go up. Mercedes called me. They were like, hey, Sergi, you wanna do a car review? I was like, yeah, sure. They were like, it's the AVTR. I was like, you know, it's one of those kinds of cars. This thing is super, super special. And if you don't know what this is basically a clash of the titans between the team over at Avatar and Mercedes. AVTR basically stands for Avatar. It also stands for Advanced Vehicle Transformation. First, you'll see that everything here is completely like lit up. It's glowing, right? But when you charge it, it also changes. So when you charge it, everything kind of goes inwards. This is super cool. And at the same time, it's also an indicator, like a turn signal. So when you want to turn, all you got to do is press the button, and there it is. There's your indicator. I thought I had cool rims, and then you see this thing. My rims look like a little plastic hubcap next to this. So the inspiration for this is also from the movie Avatar. It's from the seeds of the Tree of Souls. And I'll be damned if it doesn't look exactly like the seeds of the Tree of Souls. I mean, that is literally it. You'll also see that these don't look like normal wheels. They're actually spheres. And each one of these wheels can turn about 30 degrees, and they can each drive separately. So what you get is you can drive in different unique ways. This thing can literally drive sideways. It can drive diagonally. Obviously in the front, what you have is the Mercedes-Benz logo. Getting closer, right? What you'll see is that you have all these little individual lights. That is super cool. I mean, that looks like the future. All right, let's go around the side.
Companies only make concept cars to flex their high tech. I don't know. Like, they make really cool concept cars, but you never actually seen them like produce it and then like let people buy it. It's so weird. I don't know why they just make concept just to show it off and then not like give it to consumers.
You have the glass doors. We'll open them in just a second.
I mean, it must cost a lot though. Like, you need to be like top 1%, like, to be able to afford this kind of cars.
First, I want to show you the back. This is my favorite part of the car. What you have are 33 scales. Mercedes calls these bionic flaps, and what they do is they move. Look at that. So now they've all turned red. When you brake, it turns red and they all move like this. But then when you accelerate, they all press forward and turn blue. Actually,
it could sell for really good money. Oh, that's for sure. Especially with car collectors, they would spend money on this kind of cars. Like, crazy amount of money. I mean, I personally wouldn't be able to afford it, but it looks awesome.
Even when you're driving, these things will turn with you in different directions. And it makes such a satisfying sound. Oh my God. That is super cool, right? So again, this thing makes the car literally look like it's alive. So when Mercedes calls these bionic flaps, obviously bio comes from the Greek root word life, and bionic is an artificial body part. So these are literal artificial scales which make the car look like a creature, right? It makes it look like something that is no longer just a vehicle. Down here, you have these subtle lights, and the faster you go, the faster these lights will actually push. You have this awesome taillight going all throughout the entire back, and obviously Vision AVTR, Vision Avatar. All right, time to go inside. So, no door handles or anything, right? Well, there's a secret button, a little fingerprint scanner. Let's see if I can get this right. And, oh yeah.
Okay,
this is so cool.
Okay, what I've seen so far, I like, but I just don't like that they put the handprint like at the front and at the like in between the wheels and the front of the car. That's just a weird spot to put like a fingerprint scanner. They could have just put like a motion detector at the bottom here, where you could just like move your foot at the bottom, and then let the car doors open up, or just have like a remote. That'd be much easier. Then it'd be much easier than reaching your hand between the car wheels. And that's a weird spot to put it in.
See how it literally looks like a wing? Insect wings are like transparent. That's kind of what it looks like. It's even got that kind of curved shape. It's super cool, super cool. All right, so take a look at the inside. No steering wheel, no problem. I'll show you why in just.
Yeah, it could have been on the door. Exactly. Yeah, like it's not that hard to make like a invisible fingerprint scanner. Just make it like look like it's like a part of the car. That would have been fine. Or for detection. Exactly. Instead of that was just a weird location to put.
It's a second. But look at this thing. Look at the inside. This looks like a spaceship. All right, so let's go step by step. First of all, these seats are vegan leather. So what Mercedes has done is they've combined luxury with sustainability. And even this part, it's actually wood. It comes from a tree.
Yeah.
And some of you guys are thinking like, what, you cut down a tree for this? No, actually the root can become invasive if it overgrows. So what Mercedes does is they get a win-win situation by literally cutting and extracting this wood carefully right before the wood becomes invasive. So save some plant life, and at the same time you get a super cool little interior. This is both the driver's and the passenger seat, because you can drive this car from here or from there. It doesn't make a difference, because this is both the steering wheel and the brake. To accelerate it, you push forward. To turn the car, turn it sideways, and you can crab walk it by literally spinning this entire thing. We're gonna drive it in a second. All right, what's also super cool is at the back seat, you see the rear seat? That actually arches and becomes the headrest. So when I put my hand on here, you see.
Okay, wait. So how do people get in the back seats? That's my question. Imagine dropping a drink in there. Oh, bro. If I have a car like that, no food, no drinks in that car. None of that. I will not be taking any chances.
That the entire thing comes to life. Look at that.
It'd probably be easy to clean though. As far as we can see, it's like the interior is made out of wood, so it probably wouldn't like mess up the car that much.
There it is. You have a projection. Oh my god. This is exciting. That.
Okay, I got another question. Is it run by gas or electric? I think it'd be more. I think it'd be way cooler if it's electric. Gas, no, especially with the gas price right now. That's a no.
That's super cool. That is super cool. Yeah, you feel like you're in some sort of like a fairy tale. It doesn't even feel like you're on the road. You hear that little heartbeat? Doom doom. So what this is doing is this is actually scanning my heartbeat, and it can actually tell through this scanner and this projector who's driving the car. So it'll actually adapt to you, which is completely crazy. All right, here it is. Let's drive it. So first I'm gonna pull forward, and we're off.
You've probably seen the quad lock case around.
Yep. I don't want to hear it.
All right, look, so I can slowly.
You think it's gonna say yeah? We'll see. I think one thing with this car, if you're gonna own a car like this, you don't want to live anywhere where it's gonna snow, because then when you drive on the snow, it's just gonna get really dirty, and it's gonna be such a pain to clean the car off.
Turn it like this. Look at that. We're crab walking now. We are crab walking. We'll crab walk the other way. Oh my god. Look. We're driving towards Ludo right now. We're completely crab walking. Look at this. Man, it feels so strange to be crab walking right now.
Oh, that's awesome. I wonder how fast
So look,
it
so when I
goes.
turn it left like this, when I tilt it, we turn like that. When I turn right, you'll see we're turning. And when I turn it the other way, we'll start turning the other way. Forward is accelerate.
It's super awesome.
And backwards is to brake. And you can also reverse.
Like you don't need to have your hand up like this. So just having your arm on the side, that's a lot more comfortable. That's for sure.
That was one of the craziest driving experiences of my entire life. No joke. I went about 20 kilometers an hour, but it was more than enough. I mean, it was absolutely crazy to drive.
That's awesome. So they didn't show how you get in the back seat, because it doesn't look like there's that much room at the back. So, unanswered question. Saints Row official customization trailer. There's another Saints Row game
You really
coming
can't get
out.
much for $5 these days, unless...
It's been so long since Saints Row game came out. Alright, Wendy's. I just skip this ad, yeah?
Saints Row gives you the ultimate freedom to express yourself in the weird Wild West. You've never seen anything like this before, so buckle up.
Out here, it's every boss for themselves. We're gonna give you the lay of the land, how to craft your perfect boss, your fleet of sweet rides, your weapons, your crew, and even your Saints HQ. It's time to build your criminal empire in style.
People come to Santo Aliso from all over because it's a place that bleeds attitude. Here, you do you. In Saints Row, show off your personal clothing style.
From shirts, pants, shoes, and hats, to full combos, underwear, overwear, and even socks.
Wait, what? Did that man just pull? Wait. What the heck? Where did the wingsuit come from? Did it just pop out of his armpit? What the heck? I gotta go for a 5-minute. Alright, Sniff. I'll see you in a little bit if you come back.
It all starts at the top. Customize and style every hair on your head, down to your eyebrow color.
Anyone can build their entire look around anything, like skin. Control the type, texture, tint, gloss, scars, and even muscle and vein definition. Make both sides of yourself uniquely different. Asymmetrical face customization is a first, so smear on some lipstick, add ink, clown out your face, or just act your age for once.
Oh yeah, looking real mature in those form-fitting undies.
Hey, working on it. It's about shaping the whole package, above and below.
But it's not just the looks that kill. Pick the voice that speaks to you and flex your mood with emotes guaranteed to provoke a reaction from the crowd. Maybe not always the one you're looking for, but hey, fuck 'em, right?
The only way this could be better
is if you put on a fucking shirt.
Riding dirty. Woo! That's a nice part.
Arrive Live in style with vehicle customization. With over 80 rides to collect, you'll have plenty of time to kill in the garage.
Go deep under the hood, customizing all your rides. Load up on exotic parts and pieces, modify that body, change paint, add grime, make that engine growl. And boom, a whole new boss-worthy masterpiece.
Wow, all that, and you won't even brag about souping up your wheels.
Wheels like this speak for themselves.
Boost performance with upgrade kits, acceleration, nitro, raw speed, and make your chariot battle ready.
Go above and beyond with signature abilities. Think.
Okay, so this is, I'm probably gonna piss some people off. So if you played Saints before, it's just kind of like, GTA. But I mean, this looks cool.
Boss-worthy maneuvers like crab steering, make your own wrecking ball, or use ejector seats to launch your success to new heights. You can look as slick as you want in your customized ride all day, but sooner or later, you're gonna need the perfect weapon.
Change almost every aspect of your weapon's looks. Adjust the material, including the color on individual parts. Change text.
I swear, this is literally just GTA.
Go glossy or metallic. Make it rough or smooth. Add decals too if you want.
Looks are just skin deep, right? Why not swap the whole model? Wanna pack that RPG into a guitar case? Yeah, I get the reference, Mr. Mariachi.
Empire.
Your friends, your saints vehicles. They all gotta fit together. Tie the collective image into one unified criminal masterpiece.
All right, listen up. The church will become your go-to HQ. It's a real fixer-upper that you can customize. As the saints grow in power.
Or, dreaming one level higher, head on up to HQ's second floor, where you can mastermind all your criminal ventures across the entire city.
You should download Gmod? What the hell is Gmod? What do you mean GTA mod? I don't know what Gmod is, so you're gonna have to explain that to me.
Yeah, looks like we can just agree to disagree on who does boss better.
Why? Feeling overwhelmed by my outrageous choice?
A true boss is never overwhelmed.
Oh, we can most definitely agree on that.
Eight 23/20/22. Say well. I don't know. It looks okay. I mean, I'm not really impressed by the graphic. It looks. Yeah. I don't know. I don't really like the way the graphics look, but we'll see when the games come out. I may not get it. Among Us VR. Well, I don't even have a VR, so there's no point in watching that. What should we watch next? Well, we still don't have it. Why we still don't have electric planes? Let's watch that. Gmod is a game you can do anything in it, literally anything. Yeah? Okay. Let me look it up. Let's skip this. We'll come back to this video in a bit. Gmod.
It's an old game.
Is that what that is? Gary's mod? Gmod Frogger. New weapon Gmod. Let's see. Let's watch this video. What the heck? Why am I watching right now?
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, yeah!
Yes! Yes! Yeah!
Oh, come on, you're gonna make it.
You can make it. You can make it.
Yes, it's good. It's good. Field goal.
It's good. I'm not going to cheat. I'm getting a legit
I'm
field.
not watching this. The graphic looks terrible too. What is Gmod? Okay, what is Gary's mod? Is that what that is? Gmod?
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Evil Monkey here, and I'm here to talk to you about Gmod. If you guys don't know what it is, it's a PC game that came out a while ago, and you can pretty much use any tool that's in like Valve's collection. So we're just gonna start up a new thing, or actually I'll tell you about the add-ons and everything else right now. They have different game modes here. I have Trouble in Terrorist Town and Zombie Survival, but with Trouble in Terrorist Town you need some other games that you actually get textures and whatnot for, so it's kind of broken, so it doesn't really work for me. But if you go into the add-ons here, this kind of is like the way back out into the main menu. This one would be a good one, or that. And yeah, let's go to start new game. There's different maps based on game types, so we're just gonna do the sandbox one on Construct. So if it loads on them and whatnot, so I got my brother of different items in. So the Crowbar easy thing in Batman. Yeah, it's pretty messed up. There's also different games that are like already in it, so like Half-Life, TF2's in there, and those are the two.
Okay, so I get it. It's basically just a modded server. That's okay. I'm alright. The graphic look like shit. Yeah, I'm not playing that.
Wider airports or even shorter runways. Companies have been betting on battery-powered planes for this cleaner future. But even though electric planes have been around since the 1970s, they haven't really taken off. So what's keeping them grounded? In the late 1800s, two French army officers experimented with electricity to propel an airship, but they ran into problems when the battery just couldn't hold enough energy. This would become a recurring problem for the next 100 years. When nickel-cadmium batteries were invented, the first flight with an electric motor took off, but it only lasted less than 15 minutes. Then, in the 1980s, lithium-ion batteries were invented. They could store more power than ever before, leading to planes like the Solar Impulse 2. Starting in 2015, the solar-powered aircraft spent 16 months flying around the world, except it flew at an average speed of 28 to 34 miles per hour. Solar Impulse 2 is part of a movement in recent years to develop alternative energies, especially when people and governments started realizing just how bad flying was for the environment. The aviation industry emitted about 1 billion tons of CO2 in 2019. That's about 2.5% of global emissions. That might not sound like a lot, but it's almost as much as the entire continent of South America emits in a year.
We need to make changes to the industry, and electrification is one of the big trends which will hopefully reduce that burden.
Electric planes have been on people's mind for a while, but two big problems are keeping electric grounded. First, the technology is not quite ready. When you're trying to get an electric plane off the ground, you want a battery that packs a lot of punch in a little package. But
batteries are not as efficient as gas, and they're probably not going to be for a while.
A battery's efficiency, or ability to hold power, is measured in specific energy. Right now, even the best batteries have a specific energy of only 250 watt-hours per kilogram, but we have to get closer to 800 to really start flying. And that is still nothing compared to jet fuel-specific energy, which is nearly 12,000 watt-hours per kilogram. Think about it like those computers from the 80s. They were huge, but way less powerful than the sleek ones we have today. Right now, batteries are like those 80s computers. They're not as powerful as they need to be. And they're not just big, they're also heavy.
So they can make a battery-powered airplane, but it just the battery is not sufficient enough to go for long flights.
You need to get a bigger battery, and to get that plane airborne despite the weight, you'll need an even bigger battery that's more powerful. But that means more weight, and then you'll need an even bigger battery to offset that weight. You get the point. But even if engineers design a plane around the shortfalls in battery tech, they have to take on the industry's second hurdle: certification. In the US, that means getting permission from the Federal Aviation Administration to test and fly an electric plane. Companies have to prove every inch of their aircraft is safe, passing a series of tests, one of which is to make sure the battery cells won't catch fire.
If something goes wrong, you can't stop, you can't pull the side of the road, there's only one place for that airplane to go. And so the regulatory stringency is much higher. The requirements for reliability, redundancy, and safety are much higher for a good reason. You have no alternate.
The FAA amended its rules in 2016 to allow electric propulsion systems in airplanes built for up to 19 passengers. The real problem, though, is that certification, even with these amendments, takes years. So companies have gotten creative. They've started to retrofit old planes to get certified quicker.
You're taking out the entire old gas-guzzling, emission-creating engine and its fuel system, and replacing that space and weight with an electric propulsion system.
Retrofitting has happened in phases. The first phase was from Slovenian company Pipistrel. It created the world's first all-electric two-seater plane back in 2007 by putting an electric engine in a glider.
Gliders are safe to fly by definition, even without a functioning engine. So we were able to experiment without putting anybody at risk or do harm to anyone.
Today, those planes are used for pilot training. The second phase, a hybrid. Los Angeles company Ampere replaced one of the two engines in a 1973 Cessna with an electric one. Ampere hopes to get its new plane, the Electric Eel, certified for commercial flights by 2021. And finally, over in Vancouver, electric motor manufacturer magniX and Vancouver-based airline Harbour Air flew a retrofitted 62-year-old plane. A 15-minute test flight in December 2019 made it the world's first all-electric commercial plane to fly. It proved that electric could actually take off. The two companies' goal is now to electrify the rest of Harbour Air's fleet of more than 40 seaplanes and have it certified by the end of 2021. So retrofitting seems perfect. The problem, though, is that it limits you to what the plane's structure is already built for. So if the original motor is, say, 1,000 pounds and you remove it, then
I only have 1,000 pounds to put back in, right? I can't make the total package heavier.
Electric motors are smaller and lighter than gas ones, but remember, those batteries are heavy.
So you lose range because batteries for the same amount of power are so much heavier than fuel.
So while Harbour Air and magniX figured out the balance of weight in their plane, the range took a hit. Their electric plane can go over 100 miles.
I'm gonna go play Fortnite. Alright, Sniff. Peace out, man. Thank you for joining. Have fun playing Fortnite. I'll probably get on later.
A little less than the distance from Seattle to Vancouver. But for electric planes to be successful long term, they'll have to go farther. Israeli company Aviation might have a solution. Instead of retrofitting an old plane, its engineers built a plane from scratch. The 9-seater plane Alice was designed around the battery to reduce weight.
That battery is literally all over the place. It's under the floor, it's in the wings, it's in the fuselage in different locations.
Alice, in theory, could fly up to 650 miles, roughly a flight from Las Vegas to Denver. But because it was built from the ground up, getting her certified is taking longer.
We're very confident that we will be testing the plane in flight early 2020 and believe that from that point on the certification process will take about 2 years.
Each electric plane in development is different, but they all have one thing in common. They're going after flights under 500 miles. And while it might not seem like an impressive distance, these short-range electric planes could solve a major problem in travel. In 2018, a little less than half of all air tickets sold globally were for flights under 500 miles. But instead of using small, efficient planes designed for these shorter routes, we often use expensive airliners built to fly thousands of miles. These planes are most efficient if they're able to cruise for a long period of time. But on a flight that's 50 minutes, these planes go up and they come right back down. Currently, a 109-mile flight from Los Angeles to San Diego emits about 110 pounds of CO2.
For a technical savvy person, that's an insanity because we're using the wrong tools for the job.
In the last 4 decades, flying regional with commercial jets got so expensive for airlines in the US, Europe, and Australia that they began stopping service to regional airports. Today, of the 20,000 FAA-approved runways in the US, only 2.5% are currently active. The regional airports left are running at a loss, or even going bankrupt. But electric planes could be a fix. And there's already an infrastructure for them. Omer says 11,000 of those 20,000 US runways could support an electric plane, which is a lot cheaper to operate. Alice could save about $800 per flight hour compared to a normal turboprop plane.
It's a tenfold increase in the number of potential destinations, all the while not having the significant burdens on the communities of noise and pollution.
As for the distant future, electric aviation could come in all kinds of forms. Uber is already working on electrical vertical takeoff and landing vehicle, or eVTOL, that could pick you up right at your house and fly you to an airport. Even big players like Airbus, Boeing, and Rolls-Royce are betting on this future.
We set up on a journey that's akin to crawling, walking, running, leaping. We're now in the phase of walking. The running part will be the bigger electric aeroplanes flying longer distances, and the big leaps coming in a decade or so will be the eVTOL segment, which is vertical takeoff and landing.
Everyone we talked to said that's still about 15 years off. And now that an electric plane has actually proven successful, those in the industry are hopeful that investment into battery development will start rolling in. Because to break out of that infinite power and weight loop we were talking about, we're going to need more efficient batteries for electric planes to really take off.
The question is, when does it make economic sense, and who has the many billions it will take to bring a product like this to market in 15 years' time? So is it the future? Absolutely.
Okay, that was interesting. The rise and fall of Infamous. Anime react to Arcane Bad and Great cartoons.
Start selling online with Shopify.
I like watching the quarter.
The e-commerce platform that's trusted by millions of businesses worldwide.
The motion feels very CG, but like the look is very hand-painted.
It's really cool to see how far they're pushing the poses and not forgetting depth. I love the shot of her just kicking and it just like shakes her gun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I really gotta see this show. Like watching all of this, I'm just like, oh, so good.
Huge thanks to Keeps for sponsoring today's episode. Stick around to the end to get 50% off the best products to keep the hair that you have.
Hey, welcome back to another episode of Animators React, the first one of the year. We've got Alex Snow on the couch for the first time, no longer those fold-up chairs. Welcome back, man.
Good to be here.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's way more comfy.
So Alex, just to brief anyone who may not know who you are, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm an animator. I'm working at Disney. Just finished on Encanto, Zootopia Plus, and now I'm on Strange World, the next film coming out in November. Been busy.
It's a strange world.
You can't just say the words back.
You can't just say the words back.
You can say whatever you want.
You have to put a little twist on them.
Yep. So there's a show on Netflix called Arcane. This is one of the most heavily requested things for us to look at, and why should we watch this?
Oh, a million reasons. It's doing a lot that's never happened before. The quality's at another level. The style is a whole new thing. Also, a huge difference is it's a series. It's essentially like 4 movies.
The motion feels very CG, but like the look is very hand-painted. It's just, it's a really cool blend.
Why you're feeling like it's hand-painted and it's somewhere between 2D and 3D is both through texturing and also the 2D effects you're seeing there. All the major effects are 2D. There's some CG effects. From what I understand, there was about 5 people on the team. I know some of them and they're all amazing for the effects.
Okay.
So there's 5 2D animators from what I understand as at least the main team for all the 2D effects across the whole series.
When When you say the 2D effects, you're specifically referring to like a little like explosion hits and the
like
smoke
look at her
puffs.
gloves, kind of.
Yeah, a little smoke coming out of it.
Yeah, the smoke coming out. That's all 2D composited onto the CG. So
It says hand-drawn elements most likely.
completely hand-drawn. I would say 98% of the effects are hand-drawn. So all these green trails and little bits and shock waves, all that is 2D. The CG animators did like put something in there for some scenes to give a guide to the 2D. And also there are 2D effects kind of figured out and planned for in the storyboard phase. But their storyboards are really specific and signed off on, and they're really going off of that. It doesn't move much. The budget was a lot, but it's not even close to what it costs to make like a Disney movie or a DreamWorks movie. It's doing that by spending all its money on 2 teams. This doesn't work in the current pipeline of most studios. What's interesting from what I understand from their team is those painters are basically responsible for everything. So whether it's the the textures on the characters, the textures on the backgrounds, a lot of those backgrounds are not CG at all. They're just composite or flat.
So the backgrounds are effectively painted backgrounds for a lot of
It's
these. Traditional animation style, you painted a picture and that's it. Boom.
To an extent, yeah, but then it's taking it to that next level of like multi-plane where like you'll see Riot trailers where it's just like a character with a cape flowing or whatever, and it's like an ad for the card game or whatever, and they're warping the 2D in a way that the camera moves just a little bit, and then they're also modeling based off the painting and projecting that on as well.
The projection mapping aspect of this is really cool because you can have the high quality artwork, but then also combine that with a moving digital camera. That geometry now exists in 3D space like we were talking about, and then you can move that digital camera so then you get like that sort of perspective shift on a 2D image, making it look 3-dimensional.
There's also still the ability to light on top of those projected textures. Say you do this couch, right? You might not get all these little bumps and crevices, but it will warp around this. So you'll see a mixture of all 3 where a corner of a room with molding on the bottom, the shadow's just flat against the molding, but it does warp around the corner of the room because they're projecting the textures that make it feel like the molding is there.
It's almost like an old video game.
Exactly,
Where you're faking the detail because it's in the background. You don't really see it.
Yeah, it's like there's no displacement map, right? The interesting thing about Arcane, and from what I can understand, is there's very little actual lighting being done on this show.
Really?
So there's not really a lighting department from what I heard.
So all of the lighting is coming from the actual painting, or a decent amount of it. Because I am seeing some specular highlight detail on their shoulder pads and whatnot as they're moving and catching those light highlights.
This is why this is done so well. It's really hard to pinpoint when certain things are being used because I think they're using all of them. At Disney or DreamWorks or Pixar, you're having the eyes light different than the face so that they are never too dark because that's what you're connecting to. Even this is like a intense lighting setup you guys got here, and this is nothing compared to CG where you have to pretend that it's natural light but also get everything exactly the way you want it. And that's the beauty of animation beyond making it cartoony, making it this and that. You get it to be exactly what you want.
So when you have CG animation, you know, the computer's basically automatically doing a lot of the lighting, the shading, you know, all that kind of stuff for you, right?
Yeah.
You kind of define things like, I have a light here, and I want it to cast this kind of shadows and be this color.
Yeah,
so
it's more like
goes
live action.
It's like, okay, so the surface of the character will then be like this, and the shadow will be here. Whereas here, you're bringing back the artist. So the artist is going, I want to put a shadow here, and I want to put a highlight here, so I'm gonna take literally my paintbrush, digital paintbrush, and go, and like put the colors down, the colors I want at the values I want. And there's still some CG happening where the computer's also going, I'm also gonna add some lighting here just to save some time, and I'll do a little perspective shift here to save the time having to redraw that. But you're kind of blending the 2 worlds together, which brings back almost like the slightly surreal, not quite realistic version of light that we all find so endearing when we look at paintings and hand-drawn animations.
There's a saying in art, color doesn't matter as much. It's all about the light values. If you can make a painting or some sort of photo or image work using nothing but just black and white values, you can throw any color in there and it's not going to matter because the thing that matters most are those light values.
But they're working really economical. I mean, there's another fight scene where Vi fights the cyborg arm soldier.
Skip the ad, man. Come on up.
The arm of the cyborg character, it has like 2 flaps here that go like this. And then the shoulder pad sometimes does that. And then other than that, the arm stretches. That's it. That's the only thing in the rig. I think people, when they're like, oh, I gotta model this crazy mechanical thing, it's a robot arm, I want it interesting like Megatron and transforming. And then you look at this and you watch it and it feels like that.
I did see that little bicep thing twist a little bit. But again, that like enforces what you're saying though. It's very simple. Instead of having a whole bunch of stuff going around, it's like the cylinder just goes skirt.
Yeah, you'll see a shot here where she grabs her arm and punches up. Normally, like, you'd see that, her hand shouldn't be in frame, right? They're bringing the hand in and cranking that arm back so that you can see the hand for just 2 frames and the spacing is really close. So you catch it coming into frame, and then you're able to do this big smear frame. Also, if you put a marker like where that fist is, the elbow is not at the same point either because that'll give it like a sticky feel. The animator is making sure you see it. It's the antic, and then popping up. So with an antic, what I mean by that is anticipation. So that's a big thing in animation for storytelling and for natural motion. Natural motion, generally, you antic everything, and the antic is relative to the expectation. So if I move here, 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 you know where I'm going, right?
Yeah.
If I'm about to slap Nico and I'm doing it for real, no. You know, I wouldn't want to be the storyteller, we're both sitting here and then all of a sudden, unless you want it to be like the Hulk shot. And even that has a little bit of an antic right before. If the storytelling was slapping Nico, and it was like really big, the faster I want that slap to be, probably the bigger antic. Like Looney Tunes, like the more here I go, the more you can just zip off.
Yeah, like you can literally have you, and then literally just like turn the layer off.
Neo taking off in the Matrix. Yes. Boom! In 1 frame, he's gone.
100%. But if he just was like, "Hey, everyone," and you'd be like, "Oh, wait, what happened?" As an audience, it's not telling the story. Of course, physics and things like that, and you're pretending that he can do that.
Yeah.
So the bigger anticipation, also the more believable it is because you're going, "Oh, you need a lot of force." The antic is also a storytelling moment. So it's saying, "Here I come," and then, "Oh, it's easy to follow," and you can push the expected return based on that anticipation. There's a video, it's live action. I just thought this was super funny, how important anticipation is.
Bitch, I got problems on problems on problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm going.
Oh, wow.
Something that's why I ain't calling.
This is like basically what magicians do.
Yeah. I mean,
this guy's good.
Problems I solve them. I run through the money, the pressure be calling. I feel like I'm calling. The birdie is back. Tell me I'm going.
That's great.
No, this is exactly what you're talking about because he has all of the anticipation for moves that we already know and expect, but then he doesn't deliver on it.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, you don't realize that you're anticipating literally everything all the time. So if I'm going like this and then I walk the other way, it's also like can be a disappointment.
You guys got any of them comments? Leave a comment down below if you got them.
Do you want maybe those comments to be like suggestions as to things we should look at?
No, absolutely not. Today's comment, I want you to just say, nice. Imagine Dragons, okay. Yeah, that means this is definitely not gonna be.
Alright guys, I don't know who's still watching, but it's 8. We're gonna finish watching this video and then I'm gonna hop on Fortnite.
On YouTube, so subscribe to CordoDigital.com to check this section of the video out.
This is one of my favorite clips. In the story, the boxing thing is something her sister does. And so this is her older, and she's kind of revisiting this, and she's kind of doing it in her own, very different than her sister way. But it's really cool because it's so many things going on, but it's easy to follow. So it's keeping the movement really smooth, the pose is really clear. I love the shot of her just kicking and it just like shakes her gun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you really just read that one pose, but because of the jiggle, it sells as motion.
Yeah, it gives the energy.
It's really cool to see how far they're pushing the poses and not forgetting depth. I think a lot of animators kind of work on this puppet stage where, you know, we're kind of on right now. I'm not moving in a 2D space like this. You know, there's depth. I'm leaning forward. I'm coming back. Depth is so important to performance, and I think it's something junior animators forget a lot about because they're so focused on what's moving where and the arcs and the principles that they forget they're working in 3D space. I tend to really focus on that 3D space when I'm starting to kind of block or start my shot. That way I can then focus through the camera on my poses and get the drawings to be what I want them to be.
Google Fi, a phone plan by Google. Get Simply Unlimited.
Google Fi.
And you can see like hair in this show is such a part of the flow, and it's no different than an arm. It's part of what's adding energy and posing and flow to the animation, and so it's super important that the animator kind of handle that, or at least create kind of like the base for that, and then you can always build on top.
Yeah, if you're gonna try to like simulate those braids, she'd do the kick and be like, whoosh, and like flip over and like hit her front, and then like just kind of like dangle there as she continues the motion. Maybe get stuck around her neck or something. So it's like, no, there has to be intention behind the motion there.
100%.
And so that has to be manually animated. So that actually reminds me, I've been playing this game called Horizon Forbidden West. Love the game, but the main character has like this hair that is really long and it's physically simulated. So every time she like moves or sits down, it's like her hair is chaotic all over the place.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's definitely the downside to leaning too heavily on dynamics, and the other side is it feels too stiff or not having every fine hair move together. It feels like big chunks, which is not how long hair necessarily works. When it sits on your shoulder, it will get fatter, it will have some squash to it and some separation. It's almost like a lion paw stepping. The pressure of that lion paw separates your finger.
Dang, you're right. What a nuanced observation about how hair moves.
Yeah, I mean, everything has the same elements. I think it's just how much can you actually dive in your shot with your limited time and build that on top of a performance that's already believable or flows in a way that sells the shot. I mean, at the end of the day, all that matters is the storytelling. And you know, if two guys shake hands, this is all that matters. If it does it in a cool way, or you know,
arcs and squash, and stretch and smears,
explosion,
and big anticipation.
Yeah. So you have to integrate all these principles into it to build the believability and the style. But at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
I really got to see this show. Like, I already knew I wanted to see it, but like watching all of this, I'm just like, oh, it's so good.
Hey guys, this is the part where I asked you to subscribe, but guess what? Bookmark this page. That's right, make this video your home page, your default load-up page.
If you haven't made this thumbnail your phone lock screen at this point, then you failed us. But if you don't want to do that, hit subscribe, help these guys out, and catch us next time so you don't miss some awesome episodes.
Hey, hi. It's me. Can you see? Hey, can you see me? I'm way down here. Yeah, hi. Tiny in the image right now. But guess what? You know what?
But yeah, Arcane. If you guys haven't seen yet, go see it. It's on Netflix. It's an awesome show. If you guys haven't seen yet, go see it. It's on Netflix. It's an awesome show. If you guys haven't seen yet, go see it. It's on Netflix. I forgot to mute myself on there. Okay. Wait, no. Didn't even know. Okay. We're just gonna move this over. There, and we're gonna open up Epic Launcher, and we're gonna hop on Fortnite. Let me change my title now. Actually, I'm gonna end the stream, and then I'm gonna restart the stream with the Fortnite. With Fortnite already on. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit if you will come back.